I have to take a break to discuss this. I'm worried. I'm a worried teacher. I'm a worried parent. I'm a worried member of the society. I'm a worried Kenyan. Why? Fires right, left, and center. Arson everywhere. What's happening? How therefore do you address this? I want to share with us just key insights on probably how maybe one way or we can deal with this matter. There's a lot of indiscipline in our schools. I know there are a lot of theories coming up as to why students are burning dormitories, and just as usual, the blame has been pushed to the teacher. Sadly, it's so sad that the people that you're giving responsibility to educate your children are the ones you blame in case of anything. That's weird. Just asking myself, how can I take care of your son or your daughter if you don't trust me? Why is the government giving me the mandate to educate this learner yet they cannot trust me? They look at me as the cause of every problem. Surely. Do you know what? You are the problem. Yes. Now, I want just to look at a few issues. Maybe the cause of this madness that you have in schools in the name of fires, because all this gets back to us. The buck stops with us. The buck stops with the society. The buck stops with every single stakeholder in education system. And therefore, I want to address maybe just close to 4 issues that could be are the reasons as to why learners are banning schools. The reasons as to why there's too much indiscipline in school. I know some people are proposing that we bring back corporal punishment in schools. I totally disagree. One, I'm dealing with kids, I'm dealing with teenagers that are exposed to things that in my entire lifetime I've never seen. I've never seen cocaine. I've never seen probably bangi. When I was teenager, I would just hear of bangi. We call it njaga. You know, the closest I came to njaga was a type of cassava called nyanjaga, simply because its leaves, I'm told, resembled bangi. And so here I'm supposed to deal with a kid. Let me sit properly. I'm supposed to deal with a kid who smokes this thing that I've never used. Really? You didn't train me of how to handle this. I was trained on psychology, yeah, fine, that's correct. But you didn't train me on investigative skills. Like, now I'm supposed to sit down and do the role of DCI and investigate bank smoking in school. We don't teach these values in school. We don't teach these vices in school. We don't teach kids to smoke. I'm supposed to sit somewhere and deal with theft in school. Surely. Parents, stop giving us kids who are thieves. Stop giving us kids who are abusing drugs. That takes me to my number 1 point. Dysfunctional families. The society has turned into boarding school to fix madness that is there in our families. Because what? We are running away from parenting. As early as class 4, the kid is in a boarding school. This kid grows up like a wild fruit, a wild tree, no parent in the picture. All that is there is the teacher. You cannot manage one child and a teacher has 60 of them. Really? Guys, we can do better. Let us get back to the crossroad and rethink parenting. Discipline is part and parcel of parenting. Telling a kid no is part and parcel of parenting. Tell this kid no, this is not happening. Tell this kid no, 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 no. Delay that gratification for now for the better future. Because we are pushing these kids to school, yet as crooked as they are, they've come from a family whereby everything they want is at the beck and call. Mommy, I need pizza. Here it is, daddy. Kababa, unataka nini? Kababa, kamama. Oh, I called you my daddy. Oh, hey guys. We need to rethink parenting. We need to rethink societal values. We've lived in a society where the parents simply brush out issues. Like you are seated with your child and a porn scene comes into the TV and you pretend that you are reading a newspaper. That's the time to challenge that. Tell them that is not it. I know media shapes our thinking. Media has exposed us to so many things and we can never predict what will come on our screens next. But that is the time to stop everything that you're doing and address it. Parents, don't use your children to sort out your family differences. Don't use the children to sort out issues, the differences between you and your spouse. Let this innocent kid be. He was not there when the two of you met. Number 2, forceful education. Stop this madness of compulsory education, compulsory secondary education. That's madness. A student who could not make sense of 5 subjects, you want to expose him to 13 ridiculous subjects. Really? It's not making sense. 5 subjects is called 200. Now you want to expose him to 11 in the name of compulsory basic education. We are gifted differently. I'm an educationist, I'll accept, but we are gifted differently. This student who scores 200 marks, no matter what we do, unless Jesus comes, this human being will not make sense of chemistry. He won't make sense of physics. You'll be trying to define a cell to him and he's like, excuse me, sir. The only cell I know is probably dry cells. Let's be honest. Education policy makers, let's rethink this thing. Any student who scores below 250, and probably this student says, no, excuse me, I don't think whether I don't want to go. Let parents decide. Let me take my child to a village polytechnic. They learn this artisan work. They will learn some skills out there. Masonry. We need this point in the society. But don't push them. Don't push them don't kind of block their minds with things that do not make sense to them. If they could not understand class 8 science, will they make sense of genetics? Honestly. No. Number 3. Minister of Education and the Society. Counseling has died in schools. Life skill lessons have been turned into PE, into mathematics sessions and chemistry sessions and name it. Saturdays are turned into math day or English day or whatever. All PEs are done maths because we want to push the syllabus. Where did this come from? You shortened the syllabus by close to 9 weeks. You shortened the term by close to 9 weeks, but retain the syllabus. And the neck will just come from nowhere, They believe that these kids have been in school for 4 years and therefore they're going to test everything. Friends, why do we have to sacrifice this learner? What's the harm in just having a relaxed education system? We are pushing this learner to the to the wall. We have now school administrators have to come up with systems whereby kids wake up at 4 a.m. By 4, not waking up at 4. By 4 a.m. they are in class. And they study up to 11:30 in the night with a teacher. Monday to Saturday. They only have Sunday. So on Sunday, they have to clean their clothes. Most of them rarely do. They are tired. They need to sleep. They have to do general cleaning in school. Entertainment time is not there. Guys, this entertainment is necessary for kids in boarding school. By the way, boarding school has become like prison for these learners. Because most of them, the concentration span, leave alone those extreme cases. We have some exceptional students. But majority of Kenyan students, they need that entertainment. They need those sports. They need those P's. They need those life skills. Surely. Why are we robbing them? Are we being fair? Yet our MPs are asking for entertainment allowances. They go to school, they go to work on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And there you bog the learner with ridiculous stuff. I also talk about draconian policies in the name of the quota system of admitting students, whereby a student is admitted in a school that they didn't hear of. They didn't even know such a school existed when they were growing up. A student from Nairobi is admitted into some village school in Murang'a. They get there and they suffer culture shock. They wonder whether such places existed. Please, can we allow students to go to schools of their choice as long as they qualify? Let school come up with their own cut-off points. And let those who are qualified and those who have interest in joining that school be admitted. I've met students who say, I don't want to be in this school. I don't want to be in this school. And the parent insists, excuse me, I'm not going to take my time looking for another school. If you exit this school, not in my house. So what happens? The boy becomes wild. The girl becomes wild. They have to come up with ways to ensure that they're out of that school. Where did we go wrong? Finally, I want to address my employer, TSC. The ministry has made their own mistakes. Yet, we seem to absorb them hook and sinker. We seem to swallow them and add more pressure. Currently, my desk, I'm like a clerk. When do I teach? I know you're wondering where I got the 15 minutes to record this. But it's necessary. The little time that we have, we are filling in data. Mara records, TPAD, TPDs now on our throats, and name them. Why is it that the teachers have lost that much interest in the learner? Why the slogan teach and go home? We need to rethink our policies. We need to know that we are dealing with human resource, and human resource has zero dynamics. They have feelings. They have a lot of pressure. Why is our employer not coming up with policies to ensure that there's debriefing? We need to have debriefing sessions for teachers. We need to have training sessions for teachers. We need to have counseling sessions for teachers. We need to have workshops for teachers. Yeah. Whereby they can just go out and teach them. Just tell them one of three this without basically reprimanding. Because what we deal with is policy after policy, circular after circular, warning after warning. If you don't do this by this time, this, oh God. Ladies and gentlemen, we can do better as a society. We can do better as a country. Ministry of Education, we can do better. Let's enforce discipline in schools. Listen, I'm not talking about corporal punishment, no. But if a student isn't willing to learn, give the board a mandate to expel such a learner, because it becomes a danger to the people. The government of Kenya, unable to deal with one Miguna, suspended him out of the country. We have hundreds of those Migunas in our schools. With all the machineries you had as a government, you couldn't handle him, and you kicked him out, surely, armed with a chalk and a textbook. What am I going to do with these Migunas? Allow me send them back to the sender. Thank you. Have a good day. Zach.opondo@zeraki.co.ke is my email address in case you want to reach out to me. Follow me on Twitter @InspiredZach. I'm also on YouTube, Zach Makopondo. On Facebook, Zach Makopondo. Son of the soil himself. Say it as it is. Good day. Good luck. God bless you. Those are Jeff Koinange's, not mine. Thank you.